Mercedes Moné. She's officially all elite. I know that's been the talk of the town pretty much literally all week. Like that's literally what everybody was talking about. Like, hey, the CEO. That's literally her theme song. I might be controversial here, but I'm not a fan.
Well, apparently some other people ain't either, from what I understand.
Of the theme?
It's the way it was mixed because I'm a studio. I started off as a studio engineer, so it's like when I hear music, I'll be like,
"Is it controversial? I don't disagree."
Come on,
listen. We love Mercedes here. I love her.
We love her.
But that song, I don't know if it's the Symphony 9 that's throwing me off. Because it says dun, 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 CEO. The CEO part is catchy.
Yeah.
But then when she starts rapping, it's like,
ew.
You're trying. I respect it.
Yes.
It's like you're
also,
trying.
You know,
if have you heard? Okay, I'll put it to you this way, Gresh. You know, being the residential rapper here. Okay, let me ask you: have you ever had a chance to check out Ariane, aka formerly known as Cameron? Have you ever checked out any of her music?
Hell no.
Okay, I suggest, yeah, okay. So Reese, you know what I'm talking about. So okay, since you know what I'm talking about, because I've heard her music. When I found out I was like, she's doing music, I was like, oh God, let me check this out. And boy, I regretted every bit of that because I said, oh my God, this is not good. Like, this is not good at all. And I'm a rapper. I can say these things. So I was like, bro, this is not it.
I support women's rights and wrongs. And you know, and she tried, and never mind. I tried. I was trying.
See,
I was trying to be insulted. I was like, I can't.
I didn't even hear this theme.
I was trying.
You still haven't heard CEO after I sent it to you? It's on Spotify, my brother.
No, I haven't found. Man, I'm on Amazon Music right now, dog. So I'll be peeping. I was trying to find it, and it's pulling up her Monet theme. So I didn't hear it.
Nah, because it's under a different name. Because for some reason she registered the Moné under with the apostrophe at the top, whereas this one is just regular money with no. It's just money. So I guess she probably lost access to that username. I don't know. I'm trying to see if it has any lyrics to it so I can know what she's saying, because I don't know what she's saying. Nope. No. I don't know. And that's the thing. It's like I it's something about her cadence that's throwing me off. And it's like she's not catching the beat. You can hear where she's losing the beat. And I'm like, whoever gave her that beat should get their ass whooped.
Oh.
Like you gave her that beat.
Hey,
like, bro.
Maybe it was the second. Maybe it was the second, third, fourth cousin of Def Rebel that just said, you know what, we're gonna do the same thing and kind of give it to him.
It's the same one who gave her the crisscross inspired thing.
Well, see, that wasn't too bad though. I thought that was okay.
Is why did you change it?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Why?
I thought she was gonna keep that. I was like, you could have. Oh man, that disappointed me when I found that out. Because, like you said, the CEO is catchy, but you know,
yeah, it's like CEO. See, and then even when she comes in after she says her verse, she says, "I'm a CEO. We are CEO." Like it's interactive. It's catchy. I love that part. But then when she starts rapping, I'm like, "What are you saying?" That's just like my beef with Tiffany Stratton's new theme song. It says it's Tiffy time.
And I hate it.
She says it's Tiffy time, and then she says trust. I'm like, what are you saying, ma'am? Where are we going with this?
They've been changing everything. It's like, if it's good, no, let's change it.
I want to be different.
It was already good.
So you mean to tell me they actually have her rapping on that theme?
I think I don't know if it's her who's saying it
It's
or somebody else is saying, but it's saying it literally says it's tippy time. Then the beat like do a little slow build up, and then she says trust. And I mean, it's like she says in her squeaky voice. So all you hearing is I'm part of me is like, bro, is she speaking English? Is this Asian? Like, are we going? Is she trying to embrace her inner Japanese? Like, what is happening here?
Oh no,
how I feel about her, and that theme just upsets me to my core.
Like, why are we changing?
Why are we changing things? Like they did it with Naya's theme. Why would we? Why?
Naya, don't get me started on Naya's thing.
Why would you do that?
Oh, like man, stop.
Stupid. Gilson Anderson had the best theme in years.
They did that with remember they tried to remix Finn's theme too with this little Judgment Day version.
Oh, that dun.
Yeah.
See, I think, and here is my gripe with them. They're mixing for stadium shows. They're not mixing for studio. Because when you hear a lot of these songs live, it's a vibe. Like when I heard Finn's theme live, I'm like, bro, this is a bop. But when I heard it on Spotify, I'm like, bro, turn this off. This is
I don't know if they do it with the women's themes at all. I'm telling you, when the Royal Rumble came, I was like, I don't know who none of these. I was like, who's coming out? Because I don't know the themes. Who are these themes?
Def Rebel. I already don't like y'all, but the moment you try to touch Becky Lynch's song, you try to touch Bianca Belair's song, I'm gonna find your white ass and I'm gonna whoop your ass because I know you white because you don't have no rhythm.
Nah, they didn't do too bad with who am I kidding? I'm gonna say they didn't do too bad with Charlotte's, but I ain't gonna lie. Nah, I kind of miss
even in person, that sounds all over the place. I'm like, bro, where is the beat going?
I was trying to give it flowers for a second, but
yeah, I don't know how I would get hyped to that. How did I get hyped to this?
It's like as soon as you hear the bow down to the I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah. Never mind. I take that back, people. I take that back.
But nah, I had to get my thoughts out on Mercedes with the see. It's like it's a catchy song with the hook. It's just the symphony threw me off, and then when you actually try to like listen to what she's saying, it's like I hear what you're saying, but your cadence is not helping. Like,
so it's like a mumble rap theme then. If that's the case, that's half of the mumble rap themes we got right now, man. Catchy hooks, you know what I'm saying? Questionable beats from time to time, and spotty rapping. That works. I'll take it.
The Charlotte theme is an ADD on wax.
Hey, shout out to the chat. What's up, y'all? What's going on? Check in. Make sure you let us know you're in the building, man. What's good?
Yeah, you know. But Mercedes herself in general, like what I want to get you guys' thoughts because my thoughts is I feel like I'm ready to see her cook with Willow. I'm ready to see her cook with Chris Stat, Julia Hart because they're teasing that as well. So, which is I'm surprised they actually put her in the TBS division as opposed to the Women's World Championship division. But then again, you wouldn't want to put your overact in Toni Storm against a newcomer because somebody got to lose.
Right.
Yeah.
And you don't want either one of them to lose just yet.
That's why I was surprised they did that with Deanna at first, but I guess it makes sense now because you had to feed somebody to Tony.
Listen, he just signed Deanna just to sign her. Like I've noticed that with a lot of his signings, he just signed her just to sign her. But his main goal was signing Mercedes. So
yeah,
because he shaped the whole show around her.
Wow. Yeah,
that is very true.
But I want to get your thoughts on this, Reese. Like, what do you see them doing with Mercedes going forward? Like, in your humble opinion.
I'm very critical of AEW. Not the wrestling part. I feel like the wrestling is always gonna be good. I feel like it's like I was telling my chat that it's like when your homegirl marries somebody that you don't want them to marry, but you gotta support. You gonna support? You're like, I'm gonna still be here at your wedding, girl. That's how I feel. I'm very excited for her though. They're paying her what she deserves. They're paying very well. I've heard.
She's the highest paid wrestler,
of all
female wrestler
of all time.
Jesus Christ.
So with that, I'm very happy for her. Again, the wrestling is always going to be great at AEW. So I think that, especially in this TBS division, like she has some real heavy hitters that she could make some magic with.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe that. Like I said, I'm very critical of AEW just because, like, I think they're gonna run into the issue that Black and Gold NXT ran into, where at one point in time WWE and NXT were just hoarding talent. Like they were just signing everybody off. Like everybody was just being snatched up from the indies and not used.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I think that I don't think it's gonna be with her because the women's division is a straighter shot. But
my thing is with that notion, a lot of people give me the notion that they don't even want to be there that are signed. So it's like I wouldn't be surprised if you're like your Miros and all these other people just decide to just dip, like because they're never. It's like when they're there, and then they're never there after a while. I'll be like, okay, whatever.
Yeah,
Edge is there.
Boy,
talk about
do
it.
you even remember? And it's just like I forgot. Like, oh yeah.
Like I see what a lot of people are really
what's happening?
I see a lot of people are annoyed with Edge being there, but my thing is with him, I feel like he pretty much made it clear that he just want to end his career with Christian.
Exactly. Again,
and it's like I don't even like. I think I even said it on here, or I said on the Public Enemies podcast when I was on their show with Graham, and I was like, he's not really doing anything to make me like, oh my god, I can't wait to see Adam Copeland.
Right?
It's more so like I love his theme. I love his theme song. I like it's in my gym playlist, so I'm gonna vibe to all this that I'm gonna do that. That's just
of course.
But as far as like what he's doing, it's like he's pretty much doing the same thing he was doing in WWE, but just with his real name.
Facts, bro.
When he was on his way out, he was pretty much doing the same thing there.
Yeah.
There he was just Edge. Now he's Adam Copeland, and now he got a spike, a barbed wire like with spikes on it, like.
Yeah, his version of Janice.
If you watch TNA with a Biz, you know who Janice is. He's pretty much this is his version of Janice. So, what they do with him, I mean, this is gonna be an I Quit match with them. So it's just like, But as far as like, I can honestly see them not wasting Mercedes' time. That could be just my optimistic side, trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. Because sometimes when they hit with their women's division, they hit. But sometimes when they miss, you can tell when they miss. You can tell when he just don't care. You can tell when Tony doesn't care. And you can tell right now he is trying to carry. He has no choice. Like, bro, you out here paying this woman this much money. You better care.
Right.
Now, my gripe with this, and I text Dwayne this during the show, was I need him to book certain people better. Like, why are we supposed to believe that Willow is struggling to beat Riho?
Tell me, be real, okay? Because now I'm triggered. Because tell me, you look at Rio and you just like, oh, how am I gonna be her? Huff and puff, like that's how you can be Rio. She's 94 pounds,
bro.
Maybe.
To be fair,
this is coming from somebody who loves Riho. That's the funny thing is, but it's like
I love Rio. I love her.
I'm sitting here
all
looking,
the belts. I don't care. Like, give her all the belts.
That's what I'm saying. But then it's like, well, me watching wrestling and trying to suspend my disbelief, and I'm like, bro, you expect me to believe that Willow, who's literally up here, is struggling to beat Little Riho?
Okay,
I blame the producers on that. I don't blame the talent. I blame whoever produced this match. I need y'all to do better because you expect.
Well, to be fair,
there are two baby faces, so you can't say, "Oh, one's being a heel." Neither one of them was being a heel.
No, that's true. That was a problem. Why are two baby faces? Because that's more of an issue to me here. Why you have two baby faces in the main event? No build up, no. You just that was just the thing. Like
just a way to get Mercedes here.
Why exactly? I don't know. Maybe you need more heels or something. I don't know. But
they have heels. They have Julia, but she's the champ. They have Sky Blue,
which they're building towards all of that, right?
I
need Chris Stat to hurry up and turn heel is what I'm basically saying.
She's probably going to turn heel on Rampage because I believe they're doing the live Rampage on Wednesday.
Yeah, that was my thought too. I thought the same.
I mean, they can bring back Britt
wherever she is.
Okay. Yeah, where is she?
I think she was injured. Or not. I don't know. That's the thing about it. I don't follow a lot of people's personal lives. So it's like if they disappear, I'll be like, whoop, you're not on my TV no more.
Like, oh.
Yeah. Agreed.
Like, oh, welcome back.
But see, I was gonna say, see, the thing about Rio, to be fair though, is just, I mean, we saw this from jump when she was going up against Nyla Rose, for crying out loud, and we were saying the same thing.
I was like,
yeah.
So are we that surprised when it comes to Willow? I mean, if she beat Nyla Rose and we were tripping off of that, like being the first champ in AEW, we're like, okay, wait a minute. How did you just beat this?
See, my gripe isn't always her winning, it's how they get to that win. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter if you're a babyface or heel. If you are a bigger opponent, you should not be struggling to fight mini-me. I'm sorry, you cannot. No matter how you try to book it.
Compared to Willow, Rio looks like she needs an adult.
I'm laughing because it's true.
Where's your parents?
Where is your mother?
And how did they let you do this?
Wow.
But of course, like when she's in the ring with other opponents, like she does not look.
Wow. This was and it's like it's not even just a targeted towards her. It's the same thing. It's the same how they book Rey Mysterio. Mm-hmm. He's not always he's not always struggling. I mean, his bigger opponent is not always struggling against him. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about. That's my biggest gripe. It's like, don't book her as she's not easy to beat, because when you look at her, you can beat her. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's my only thing. Mercedes, TBS Women's Champion. Like, do you think they're gonna put the title on her right away, or you think they're gonna build to it?
I feel like it depends on what she wants.
That's a wrong answer. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if she at this point with the money she making, if she politics, she got the politics to do what she want to do at this point. It's like if she want to pull a Hogan and be like, nah, I want the main title and I'm just gonna keep it until I decide I want to lose it or whatever, she can do that. If she's like, if she could go to Nick Nemeth route in TNA and just be like, I want to work my way up, and you know.
Man, that's another thing. He only had 3 matches, and now he's number 1 contender for the world title. That was a quick work.
it kind of slick was. I ain't gonna hold you on that, but you know, hey, it's what it is. You know what I mean? We gonna see.
He said Damien's back. He said Willow's the Liv Morgan of AEW.
Oh my God, that's extreme, ain't it, man? Really?
No comment.
Reese, you gotta comment on that one. I'm sorry.
Willow or Rio?
He said Willow is the Liv Morgan. Let me pull the comment back up. I probably was quick with it. He said Willow is the Liv Morgan of AEW.
I need some more context. Like, what do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, what do you mean? Damn,
I'm gonna need you to continue this conversation.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see. I might agree. Let's see.
Like, I need context. Like, what do you mean? Like, are you saying she's like? How would before we even get his response? How will we even explain Liv Morgan to the casual eye who don't know who she like? I can never. It's like I love Liv Morgan because I feel like she's improved. But I can never explain what her character is.
People used to say in her Riot Squad days, they used to say she was the Harley Quinn in a sense.
I can see that.
But now I can't really say. It's kind of like
she's bordering on the line of whiner because she wants revenge on Rhea for injuring her in story. But Rhea is barely acknowledging her. So it's making her come off as like
Hey, pay attention to me. Pay attention to me. Well, I think that could be though the part of like this development of this new character, the Liv Morgan revenge tour. It's like, hey, hello, I exist. Y'all gonna take me seriously one way or another, and I think that is what we're leading to with Liv Morgan with this revenge tour. I don't think we get there until the Raw after Mania. I think as soon as, I swear to God, if Becky walk out of there champion, I'm
trying to. I hear you, but I'm trying to comprehend what this man just said. He said.
Oh, I think he means Rio.
Do you mean Riho? Because I'm like, Willow.
I think he means Rio.
Is a fool. Like, you can't just mistake that woman. That is a woman.
You see, like,
come on. Shout out to KB. I see you, sis.
The underdog that would say, "Watch me," but now it grew.
Okay, Liv is the underdog that would say, "Watch me," but now it grew to let me. Okay, I'm not good at abbreviations. Help me with this. LMRT. Treat me like I am an old man.
My boy said, "Oh, help me with the abbreviation. Help me.
Let me retweet. Like, what is happening?"
No.
Not
Liv Morgan revenge tour.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what?
Let me retweet.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it's like she is the underdog. She's like, "Hello, you injured me," and Bria's like, "So get out of here, little girl. Bye." Like,
okay.
Shout out to you, KB.
Like, y'all gonna pay attention to me.
Well, yeah, that's what Damien means. I think he meant Rio.
Yeah, Rio. That's true. That's Rio though. Reminds me, instead of Liv, because I feel like Liv looks like just a small adult. Like, she looks like somebody put an adult in the dryer. But like, I think Rio and Zelina I run into that same problem. Because like, I don't realize that Zelina is as little as she is until she's in the ring with somebody else that's little. And it's like, again, where is
I always notice when she's
you
in
need
the
an
ring.
adult. Like,
well, yeah, I was gonna say, what, Bianca, Rhea, like when she's in the ring with like them, you see how she was.
Remember when she was in the ring with Drew in NXT and she was looking right up at him?
Oh yeah,
all the way up. I'm like, ma'am, now what are we doing here?
Like,
yeah, she's kind of like Frieza and Goku, and they got that picture of Goku looking over Frieza. Like, it's just like, good God, you are short. You're like, good Lord, man.
Itty bitty, she's tiny. Like, Liv is tiny. She is. Again, she just looks like somebody put an adult in a dryer, but she looks like an adult. Rio looks like Rio. I feel like looks like she's 14.
And I think it don't really help.
Like, she's going to prom next week.
It don't help Rio's case when she just shows up and then disappears and then shows up again. Like, people don't really find a reason to care anyway. So
yeah.
Hopefully with Mercedes around, they kind of find a point A and point B, and I just have them just designated. Here's your 9:30 slot. Here's this occasional, like, oh, you want to watch this person? Watch Rampage. Oh, you want to watch this person? Watch Collision. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys.
And they have so much. They do have a lot of great female talent. They really do. Their division, if they give it the time that it deserves, it's pretty steep. It's pretty steep and it's pretty good too. So I'm hoping that Mercedes can work with like a Red Velvet or a Queen. Yeah, like you get like, it's just so much talent down there. It's like, oh, Athena. Or is she doing?
Please get her out of Ring of Honor, man. Please.
That's my other.
She's stuck in Ring of Honor purgatory. Goddamn.
I know. No, the fun thing is, I read somewhere where she wants to be there, but it's like, at the same time, you can't convince her to work a program on the main shows. Like, come on. I want to see Athena versus Willow. I want to see Athena versus on the main stage. Like, I've seen them in Ring of Honor, of course, but I want to see Athena versus Mercedes, Athena versus Riho. I want to see these people. Like,
when Britt Baker finally come back, like
when Britt Baker come back, like, I get what she wants to be in Ring of Honor. Like, I hear that. Like, shout out to the women in this space that covers AEW, and they tell us that. Like, I appreciate them, but it's like, Tony,
shape up,
brother.
It's just like, are you just snatching up talent? So Vince, like, not Vince. Ugh. Whoa, Freudian slip. So WWE don't get it.
We call him he who shall not be named.
He who shall not be named.
Not Voldemort over there, like like 40 slip. I just think it's like he's snatching up talent because he wants to win. It's like you can't connect. They are not Infinity Stones. Stop collecting people. Like free Aleister Black.
Shout out to my boy Playboy Rick because that's exactly what he calls him, Mr. Shiny New Toy Man. Is what he calls that man. Yeah, because he's always like
nicknames, bro. He be calling everybody these nicknames, but yeah, Shiny. He has become.
That's crazy.
Tony has become what he hated. He became the toy collector. He just wants whoever. Like I'm not gonna say everybody he has brought hasn't been substantial to the company, but it's like after a while you got like, bro, do some of these people or just let them go.
Now, Damien, sir, I don't think you ever getting that again.
Yeah, you're not getting that
now. Like if she's ever back over there, she will be Athena. I'm just gonna tell you that now. The Ember Moon is dead.
Yeah, she don't build that name up. Like, and that's the thing about them too. I feel like WWE has allowed people to come back as themselves. Like Shawn Spears is in NXT now. I wouldn't be surprised if Mercedes goes back and she's not Sasha Banks no more.
Facts.
I would not be. Yeah. I would not bat an eye.
What's weird is when that day comes that if Jon Moxley ever decides he wants to go back and he's Jon Moxley, but then they try the Shield thing and it's like, well, that's Dean. That's not John.
Oh yeah,
wouldn't that be?
he's an interesting case because
I think you can do that.
He ended on like I wouldn't say good terms, but he ended where they didn't pretty much bury him on the way out.
Right.
So he could come back as Dean Ambrose if he wanted to, but I doubted he would.
I don't think so. I think he could do it just like, okay, for instance, when Scott Hall and Kevin Nash came back, they didn't come back as Diesel and Razor Ramon. They came back as the name they built in WCW. So I think it'll be a situation like that, and we just don't acknowledge. Like he gets in. I think if he gets in with the Shield, I think all three members of the Shield are 2-time Hall of Famers, and I think that he'll get in as Jon Moxley on his own, but he'll get in as Dean Ambrose with the Shield.
I can see that. Yeah, it's cool.
They'll acknowledge him as Dean Ambrose with the Shield because you kind of have no choice. All the commentary, everything calls him Dean Ambrose, so we have no choice but to acknowledge that.
Just don't call him the lunatic fringe.
Oh yeah. No.
Kill that
noise.
I was like, he's crazy. I don't know how. He's crazy. He does this with his neck.
I decided
he's a lunatic, obviously.
I decided to rewatch that Mania match, and I was like, "Oh boy, yeah, oh man, I see why he added this."
You talking about with Bork?
Yeah,
Bork Lester.
Bork Lester.
Bork Lester. It's like we're trying so hard not to say these people's names because we don't know. Like it's like we just don't want to acknowledge that until that is situated. But yeah, Mercedes in AEW is just do right by her, bro. That's all I can say. Just do right by her. Because I don't want to get on Twitter and see people bitching about you not booking her properly. Like I see that a lot to the point where I have to mute people because I'm tired. It's the same thing over and over and over.
Speaking of which, though, I gotta ask you though, Gresh, like,
what happened?
What's your thought on the backlash Miss Mercedes is getting in terms of the CM Punk effect of I'm home?
Possibly going her person. She's saying I know I'll be back in WWE one day.
Well, that, but then with her promo following saying I'm home, like even though she was referring to Boston, but more so I'm home, and people like, yeah, girl, you'd have been on WrestleMania stages. You talking about some I'm home, like I don't know where you at on that. You think she kind of was a little over the top with some of that, or you think she was like, I was solid, right on point?
She was being a professional wrestler, selling you on the new company that she's in. That's literally what they do. Like the only people who are loyal to these companies are fans. Oh, did I say something controversial? I'm sorry.
Oh.
The only people who are loyal to these companies are fans and executives. Everybody else is going where the check is. If Mercedes is being paid to say, "Hey, I'm home," she's home. for now. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I grew up and I moved probably like 4 times in my life, and I was home each time. She's been to New Japan, WWE. I believe the company that she mentioned that she started in Chaotic. She called all of them home. Wherever that money is, the money, that's home.
Come on, man.
She's just being a professional. Like, that's the thing is, whenever I've watched wrestling for so long, literally to the point where if I see somebody say, "Oh, I'm home," I'm like, "Oh, you home for now? Cool. Will you cook, or will you just waste my time?"
Ooh, come on now.
I don't take it. I'm not out here like, "Oh my god, I can't believe she says she's home." That's not WWE. She was at Tennessee Takeover against Bayley. She was at WrestleMania.
I just thought she was saying she home in Boston, and if we being honest, she's not even really from Boston, but she called that home because that's where she was raised.
She's from like
Cali, straight out of
Cali, ain't she? I think that's where she was born, and they went to Boston, but Boston is home. That's where like her love went. It's the only. I mean, I'll say anything. I'll say a lot of stuff with enough zeros in my bank account.
Facts.
Listen. I am.
If you want me to say Tony Khan is the best wrestling booker of all time, that man put $4 million in my bank account. Hell yeah, and his haircut is the best in the business. And those eyes don't look shifty at all. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Hold on now. You said haircut. Hold on.
For $4 million.
Slow down now.
Whoa. Now you got to put more dip on your chip.
Look at the material. Look at how stylish this man is.
Curly top.
I'll say a lot of stuff for $4 million. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, listen, I look at wrestlers like content creators. If we get a certain amount of numbers, we get sponsorships. If those sponsors say, "Hey, I want you to sell this as if this is the greatest thing since sliced bread was invented,"
we're gonna pay you this.
We're gonna. Oh, that's how much you got. This is the greatest company in the world. I love it. Even though I haven't wrestled yet.
The backstage.
Yeah, the backstage. We are a family back there.
We're a family.
There is no fighting. There is no biting. There is no chairs being thrown in nobody's face. There is no EVPs being vindictive. We are a family. Cha-ching. All right, pleasure doing business with you.
That check clear. I'll say whatever you need me to say.
And keep the same energy, Mr. Okada peoples, because it's the same case. Doggone. Oh, you want me to talk English? Okay, me speak English.
Right, you want me in a random match on a random 6-man tag on Wednesday when I'm main eventing the Tokyo Dome? Say less.
Cha-ching.
I'll do it. Cha-ching. That check clear. I'll do my full interest in everything.
See,
you came in. Dome. This is Wrestle Kingdom. What you mean?
You came in late. We already divulged on that theme song.
We did.
Let's just say we're gonna have to rewind and yeah.
Come on, man.
We talked about it, but man, yeah, Mercedes Moné versus the thing that. But yeah, to get back on topic with that, you know me, I don't. Like, yo, I'm not loyal to these companies. I'm loyal to the talent. If Mercedes want to go to AEW, best believe I'm gonna watch her in AEW. If she says she want to go back to WWE, I'm gonna watch her over there. She went to New Japan. Fortunately, I ain't gotta get up at wee hours of the morning anymore to watch her no more. Because keep in mind, I don't get up that early. So by the time I wake up, y'all be like, "Oh, this is the greatest match ever," and I'll be like, "See, I'm not an on-demand type wrestler, wrestling fan. If I don't see it live, I'm gonna forget to watch it, and I will take your word for it."
Cool. You'll just wait for the clips on Twitter.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Japan is different beasts. It's like if you try to get a clip on Twitter, you're gonna get your whole DMCA taken down.
Boy.
So that's why when I did that Mercedes Moné, I was praying that they didn't strike my page with using some of the New Japan clips in there, but they didn't care. So thank y'all, Yoshi Brand, for not nuking my channels.
Man, come on now. I was sitting there, I was like,
anything else y'all want to talk about with Mercedes before we move on to Mr. Midlife Crisis?
Yeah, before we get there, one last thing I'll say is I heard someone mention chat wilding, boy. Y'all wilding in the chat. Shout out to y'all. But I had somebody I was listening to somebody and they said how dope would it have been if Trinity would have stayed in TNA and you would have had like Trinity, Bayley, and Mercedes all as champions in like 3 separate companies.
That definitely would have been cool.
That would have been cool. Well, I mean,
cool. I'm happy she back now, though. I'm happy.
Yeah, Naomi.
When the club go around here, I'm the cactus. Bang, bang, gang, I don't owe you jack. When I'm in the ring, it's just me and my best friends. OC cutting no slack. Hollywood Miz, you can put me on the A-list. Gresh Unleashed, better put it on your playlist. Me and my fam be ballin' like the Bruce. Fight night, baby, hard hitting like Sheamus. Family first, yes, bloodline business. Winning all the gold, look at how they witness.